guys, it is Kate here with a Friday Reads slash update video just to tell you about what's been going on. I know I haven't been uploading videos as frequently, and that's because my laptop is now officially out of commission, which is a bummer, but I knew I was gonna have to, you know, make a different plan at some point in the near future. So it was just encouraging me to kind of jump on that. So I figured you wouldn't mind kind of a more casual video this time. You know, I can't edit it or choose the thumbnail, so hopefully the thumbnail isn't too awful, updating it from my phone. So I just thought I'd tell you about the books that I'm currently reading and then show you a new exciting shelf I've added in my bedroom. So the first is A Suitable Boy, and I have 200 pages left of this, guys, and Hillary and I are wanting to finish by the end of July. So I think I will be finishing this like by the end of next week, which is very exciting because it's been super fun, but I really want to know what happens at the end. I've been so tempted to like flip ahead. Then I'm barely reading East of Eden. Yeah, I've made some progress here and there, but I'm really not enjoying it at this point. But I've heard from Amanda Center, who I was buddy reading it with, and she's already finished it because she's amazing, that it gets really good halfway through. So I am 25% through, so hopefully when I get halfway through, I'll be like really enjoying it. And then finishing Larkrise de Candleford still. I'm about halfway through this and really enjoying this. The writing in here is very like lush, I think I want to say. It's really beautiful, and I can't wait to read some quotes to you guys when I do my book review. So really enjoying that. I'm just tossing the books. Then I am going through for my summer read along of the All Creatures Great and Small series. This is the second one, All Things Bright and Beautiful. I'm doing the audiobook of this and absolutely loving it, enjoying it. Way more than I thought I would even. I just didn't remember how much I enjoyed it. So this is good fun. It's, in case you don't know, it's the memoir about the country vet in Yorkshire, England. Okay, then I am so excited. I haven't talked to you guys about this yet because I finished the first one at the beginning of the month. This is the Elliott Family Trilogy by Elizabeth Gouge. Elizabeth Gouge is kind of a contemporary of Stella Gibbons or E.F. Benson. Who else do I want to say? Maybe Dodie Smith, but you don't hear about her as much. And I was so blown away by the first one. It's got a really compelling story. It's just a family saga and some romance in there, but the writing is incredibly beautiful. So it feels very akin to Jane Austen. And it's got some like social issues in there too. So it's very cool. And this one, it just follows up the events of the other one, but along with the Great War, aka World War I. But at this time, that's what they were calling it. So I'm going to be starting this later on. This is definitely a goal. I want to have the second one finished by the end of the month. And I want to finish it. Hold on, I'm going to maneuver these books. I will be starting that after my other summer series that I wanted to read was Kristen Lavransdatter. I have, you can see where the bookmark is. I have about 100 pages left of this, and this one has been really slow going and just kind of a grind to get through. I'm enjoying it, but just, it's like a lot of classics where they are not at all instant gratification. So, and this one's been a lot more sad, which I was already expecting. This is Kristen Lavransdatter. The second volume is called The Wife. So looking forward to in August reading The Cross, but I figured I wanted to get to the Elizabeth Gouge more than this, so I wanted to reward myself with that kind of more lighter, easy read. So hopefully finishing that one up today or tomorrow. And then doing a spontaneous buddy read with Stephanie from That's What She Read, and we're reading The House at the Edge of Night. And I kind of just suggested doing this, and then she was up for it, and I was not sure how much I was going to enjoy it because it's you know, a contemporary book, but is historical fiction, and I am really enjoying it, and it's a nice change of pace with the Kristen Lavransdatter. I just pick it up, and I have no trouble reading it, and I got really easily in one day through 74 pages, like no problem at all. So, going to continue reading that. It's a historical fiction set in Italy, and it's kind of a family saga. There might be some magical realism in there. I'm not sure yet. TBD. So then, a library book. I have several library books, and the one I want to get to first is Nine Coaches Waiting by Mary Stewart. And Mary Stewart is an author who I actually said I wanted to read her Crystal Cave series, like in my fantasy series I wanted to read, and I didn't even know she wrote other things, but my older sister really, really, really highly recommended this to me, and it is a kind of Daphne du Maurier type mystery, and she's written a lot of these apparently, so I think that's really cool, an author that has done both fantasy and atmospheric gothic mysteries. And I think it starts out, Nine Coaches Waiting starts out a little bit like Jane Eyre, but then it's totally Mary Stewart's own thing. So this one is due in like 2 weeks, and I want to get to this. That's my first priority library book. And then the other two library books that I have, this one is The Awakening of Miss Prim, and this sounds like a book for book lovers. Prudencia Prim is a young woman of intelligence and achievement with a deep knowledge of literature and several letters after her name, but when she accepts the post of private librarian in the village of San Ireneo de Arnois, she is unprepared for what she encounters there. Her employer, a book-loving intellectual, is dashing yet contrarian, always ready with a critique of her cherished Jane Austen and Louisa May Alcott. The neighbors, too, are capable of charm and eccentricity in equal measure, determined as they are to preserve their singular little community from the modern world outside. And this looks to be very brief. It's a little over 250 pages, so, and it's a debut novel, and I just think the cover is so cute. So my dad read a review of this in like the Wall Street Journal, and it just sounded something like I would really like, and it was just a nice quick read. Then I also checked out the sequel to Murder at the Brightwell, and that is by Ashley Weaver. This is the Amory Ames cozy detective series, and this one's called Death Wears a Mask, and so I'd really like to get to this. And just summer is a great time for mysteries. I mean, I read mysteries all year round, but summer seems especially apt for them. And then lastly, another mystery that I have been doing as a buddy read with several lovely ladies, and that is The Murder Room by P.D. James. Reading this is Amanda Center, Sarai from Sarai Talks Books, Kate from the novel Nomad, Whitney from All the Shelves. I think that's it. I don't want to leave anyone out. So it's been very, very fun to read with those ladies, and we have like 40 pages left of that, so I'll definitely be finishing that this weekend. And I'm really, really looking forward to that. So then I'll show you guys, see how I can hold this up. So this new exciting looking shelf is going to be my unwrapping shelf. So I just took around, I think it's 12 books that I have been putting off getting to, and I always have trouble picking like on my shelves a book that I want to read. And so I just grabbed random wrapping paper. And I try to not always look actually while I was wrapping them. So a lot of them I can't remember which one is which. And when I want to pick one out, my husband will just pick one for me. So I think I've made the rule that if it's a classic, I will try 100 pages of it. And if I'm not into it, just put it down and donate it somewhere. And if it's a more modern book, I'll try 50 pages of it. And if I'm not into it, because there's just no sense in then sitting there and taking up space if I'm not going to read them. And also it just looks very cheerful and fun and welcoming. And it makes picking out a book a real treat. You get to unwrap one. So follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see like when I pick up one. I upload very frequently on Instagram, just kind of like what I'm reading daily. So I think that is everything. I talked very fast in this, but I hope you enjoyed kind of hearing an update, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into the groove of things, doing regular videos. I really miss it, and I'm looking forward to telling you guys more about some of the books that I read in July. And I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. It's going to be hot here in Pennsylvania, like 99. It's supposed to be tomorrow, so try not to get too hot and stay cool, and I will see you guys hopefully for a video maybe next week sometime. I'll be uploading like a edited video. So I will talk to you guys soon.